we start off with a glute bridge for 30 seconds. This one is a bodyweight circuit where you got 30 seconds of work and then 30 seconds of active resting. An interesting style of active resting is what we're going to do. So on this glute bridge hold, you can either hold or go for reps. Got another 5 seconds here. And then we'll switch into the active rest and switch. On the active rest, you're either marching in place or you're headed for a light jog. 20 seconds to go here. Now, while you're on the active rest also, even if you're headed for that jog, you want to keep breathing in and out through your nose, keeping that intensity under a very manageable state. In 5 seconds, we get into a plank. Ready? And plank. 30 seconds on the plank here. If you were jogging, let that heart rate settle. Goal here isn't maximal tension on the plank, but just to keep that glute, ab, quad engaged. Another 10 seconds here. Keep calm with your breathing. In about 5 seconds, we go back to active rest and go for it. Another option for the active rest is to do some slow burpees. Again, the point here is to stay in constant motion, not trying to jump back, jump forward, none of that. You are simply walking into a plank and walking out of that position. Stay slow, stay very calm. In about 5 seconds, we're going to switch into a hollow hold. Ready? And switch. On the hollow hold, again, you can keep your knees bent. Start with a nice and light version. If you feel comfortable, you can make it a little harder by extending your knees. Again, you can progress this a little more by throwing in a few ab cycles or flutter kicks. Your call. We have another 8 seconds over here. Then we go back to active rest and switch. The active rest, again, don't pick something that's hard, getting your heart rate up too much. You can be simply marching in place, walking around. If the jog is getting your heart rate up, switch to something slower. The slow burpee is a great option to manage your heart rate as well as you keep constantly moving. In about 5 seconds, we're going to switch into a crawl plank. Ready? And switch into the crawl plank this time. Make that big chest happen. Pull your shoulder blades towards your back pocket. And if you're feeling comfortable with the hold here, throw in a few cross touches, or you can take a few steps forward and back. Again, play this based on your comfort level. We have another 8 seconds here before we move into the active rest. Ready? And switch back to the active rest. Pick either head for a run, do some slow marches in place. Goal here, manage the heart rate while you keep movement happening. If you find the need to take a break, make it an active break still by walking. Dial down the intensity on those fronts. Get ready, side plank coming up and go. Pick any side. Pick any version of the side plank. You can keep one foot on top of the other to make it harder, or you can use the top leg on the ground for support. Another version you can regress this is simply by placing your knees also on the ground, shortening the length of the plank. Again, any version works. Ready? And switch back to active rest. Go for the jog or a really slow burpee. Again, you can go up and down with the speed on the burpee, but pay attention to your breathing. You want to be able to breathe in and out through your nose. We've got 5 more seconds here. Then we're going to switch into the side plank on the other side and switch. Again, same deal. Intensity of the side plank, you want to make it harder, not just one leg on top of the other, but you can even let that top leg hover or do a few kick-ups going all the way up into a star position, or you can regress it by placing your knee on the ground. Get ready and switch back to active rest. Head for that walk, that jog, or a really slow burpee. Again, treat the burpee like it is a mobility move. Pay close attention to your breathing, in and out through the nose. Nothing harder than that. In 5 seconds, we're going to switch to a squat parallel. Ready? And hold. Holding the squat parallel position for 30 seconds. Now this one might be a little hard. It is going to get your heart rate up a little more. That's also the intended effect before we head for that easy recovery period. Another 10 seconds here. Throw in a few squat parallel bounces, just going up and down, up and down. Spike up the intensity just a bit and switch back to active recovery. Just walk off the burn. Keep it nice and light. Want to let your quads recover from that hold. In about 15 seconds, we go back into the glute bridge. If you're walking, just swing your arms about and walk. If you're marching, again, let that entire body move. Get ready and switch back to the glute bridge this time. Once more on this circuit. Hold the top of the bridge. This time around, we'll bump up the intensity just a little bit. Go for glute bridge marches while you hold that hip up. Got another 12 seconds here. Five more seconds. And switch. Either walk, head for a slightly faster run if you're up for it, or switch to a burpee. Your call. Another 15 seconds here. Then we have a plank coming up. In 5 seconds. Get ready. In 3, 2, 1, and get into a plank. Allow your breathing to settle. If you're feeling up for it, throw in a push-up or a cross touch. Stay here, another 12 seconds, another push-up or a cross touch. Another 5 seconds here. And switch back to active recovery. Head for that walk, the jog. Do some slow burpee. Again, you can vary the speed of the burpee more than you think you can. Find that gear, something that's light but mobile for you. We've got another 5 seconds here. Then we get into a hollow hold. Ready? And let's go. Since this is our last round on the hollow hold, we're going to peak up the intensity just a little bit. Let's do a few dynamic hollow holds, just flapping from that hollow body position. You're pushing the air down and switch to some ab cycles. Back to dynamic hollow holds. Again, keep that lower back pressed into the ground. 3 more seconds and switch. If you found the intensity high up, head for a walk. If not, switch to some light, slow burpees. But irrespective, your goal is to keep moving during the active recovery periods. Next up, in about 10 seconds, we've got the crawl plank coming up. In 5, get ready and switch. Now this time on the crawl plank, hold with the big chest. Let's take a few steps to our right and left. Go 2 right, 2 left. Throw in a couple of cross touches here, but maintain integrity on that plank. Got another 10 seconds here. Slightly harder hold. Let's aim for this. Move a couple of steps, right and left. And that's time. Back to active recovery. Head for a light jog. March in place. While you're at it, check your breathing. Are you able to breathe in and out mostly through your nose? You want to stay in that zone. If not, consciously dial down the speed of your movements. In 5 seconds, we're going to go into a side plank. Ready? And let's go. Pick any version of the side plank again. The goal is simply to get those obliques working. Keep your hips as far away from the ground as you can. Squeeze those obliques. Another 10 seconds here. 5 more seconds. Almost there. And switch back to walking. Head for the jog or a slow burpee. As you can see, there's constant movement. That's your only goal here. We have another 12 seconds before we go for the side plank on the other side. In 5, get ready, and side plank. Again, going on to the other side. Scale it up or down based on how you're feeling at this point. Goal is to work for the entire duration more than just picking something that's hard. If you need to regress it, again, totally fine. Another 6 seconds to go here. And then we switch to active. And let's go. This time on the active recovery, speed it up just a tad bit. If you still kept things well under control, this is your time to find that additional gear. So the speed of your burpee can increase just that little bit. We have another 10 seconds here. Then we have our final move of this circuit. In 3, we go to a squat parallel, hold. Hold here, at parallel. We'll make this last bit, the end of our circuit, a little more intense. Let's do 2 squats and then back to parallel. Nice and quick. Hold the parallel. Add a couple of bounces. 2 squat jumps, back to parallel. Hold here, add a couple of bounces. 1 squat jump, back to parallel. Hold here, couple of bounces. And come back up, head for the run. Make the run a little more intense. Got about 20 seconds here. Allow your heart rate to move up. It's totally fine. Another 10 seconds to go here. Stay on it, stay on it. Final bit. 5 more seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and time.